Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Let's get into this. A lot of people are just kind of in shock hearing about this. This woman is 51 years old and she has revealed that she is pregnant again. She already has children, okay, their ages as you can see 37, 36, 33, 31, 30, 29, and a 2-year-old. And now she is 14 weeks pregnant. Now it says on the other picture she's 15 weeks pregnant. So it has a lot of people are talking about it. Some people are shaking their head about it and judging and everything like that. Let's see what she is saying. Pretty much that she's pregnant, and another video with a woman talking about women who are older, in your 40s and pregnant, because a lot of people, some people feel, look, people are tripping about it, and this is not uncommon. Okay, maybe in America is shunned a lot, being older and getting pregnant. People talk about, you want to be there for your kids. What if you're not alive? You want to try to calculate, um, you know, the age you want to get pregnant, and how old will my child be when they turn 18? How old will I be when they turn 18? And everything like that. There are a lot of people who frown upon people choosing to have children later in life at an older age. So let's get into it, okay?
Hey guys, so right now I'm 51 years old. In July I will turn 52. But right now I have a 37-year-old, I have a 36-year-old, I have a 33-year-old, I have a 31-year-old. Those are the boys. I have a 30-year-old, a 29-year-old. Those two are girls. And then I have my 2-year-old son. And I am currently 15 weeks pregnant with a boy. So altogether, I will have 6 boys, 2 girls. Besides the fact that my my children have kids. Altogether, all 6 kids have a total of 15 grandkids for me. So I have a big family.
For the women that think having a baby in their 40s is too old, I want you to take a trip to Africa, any country in Africa, okay? I guarantee you will see some women with gray hairs, head full of gray hairs, pregnant. And not saying that these women started having babies in their 40s and 50s, but especially in the rural areas, more so than not the cities, the bigger cities, but more so like the country, the villages, where they have several children. A lot of them, like I said, they may have started in their 20s, but guess what? They have that last baby or their last few baby in their 40s and 50s. Very common. It's not a big deal in any other culture. Only in America it's a big deal. That's crazy to me. So for those that think that 40s is too old to have a baby, I need you to get out of the US. Travel, honey. Okay?
Okay, everyone. So that is it. And I want to know, how do you feel about this? Look, the reality is this, okay? You can get pregnant anytime, any age. You, as long as you have a menstrual cycle, a period, you can get pregnant. I don't understand why men and women in America don't understand this. Okay, a lot of people don't even believe that women and men at 50, especially women, yes, they're still having SMECs. Elderly people are still having SMECs in nursing homes, okay? And I know some people feel all types of ways about this. You have some people who are Christian who are happy about it because they're like, well, Ruth from the Bible, I believe it was Ruth, she got pregnant, at a 90 or 100. This is a blessing. God said to be fruitful and multiply. So what are y'all upset about? Okay. Other people get upset because it's frowned upon to a lot of people to have babies at that age. I feel like this, okay? Now it appears that she's wearing scrubs. She might be in healthcare. This woman has a 2-year-old. She is fully aware that she is fertile and that she can get pregnant. She has a 2-year-old. Her other children are already, the oldest is 37. Now, I'm thinking if you don't want to have children, then why didn't you get your tubes tied? Now, she doesn't seem upset about being pregnant at all. It's something that she's just going with. I don't know if she's married to this man or what's going on. I don't know. But if you are still having SMEX, you can still get pregnant, okay? It doesn't, yes, at 50. And my thing is this is that there are people who get offended and upset when they see people having a lot of kids, or being older. And my thing is this: if the children are being taken care of, they're being provided for, they're being nurtured and raised correctly, I don't have an issue with that, especially if they're an intact family, preferably, I'm having a tongue twister, married if they're not, but they're together. Okay, and I could see if it's a mess, they can't take care of them. They're all by different men. I understand that, but you know, you're having, you're taking care of your kids. There are people who get offended as if it's affecting their pockets, or they don't like seeing people have children. And I don't feel that way if they're all being raised and provided for and loved and everything, and it's an intact family. And again, she's 51. I mean, she's been on earth long enough to know that if she didn't want to get pregnant, she could get her tubes tied. And that goes for all women, not just 51, but even if, no matter what age you are, if you don't want children, if you're going to have SMEX, you can always get pregnant. That's just reality, unless you get your tubes tied or your partner gets a vasectomy. Okay, I have heard a small few cases of a woman still getting pregnant after getting her tubes tied, but that's just not very common. Okay, and again, when the other woman mentioned in Africa, when I think if your country is a poor country around the world, what do you think is going to happen? Your husband is having SMEX with you. You will be having SMEX, and if you still have a period, you can get pregnant. Now, there are people who do get concerned because they think, well, if you're 51, I mean, when the baby's 18, you're older. What if you're not living, or you pass away and they're still 18? Is that really fair? You can't run around with them and everything like that. Those are concerns that people have. Um, is it too much on you? And I don't know, but what is she going to do after this? Again, she already has a 2-year-old. So she doesn't seem upset about being pregnant. It's something it seems like she's just accepted and she's going to embrace and deal with. And I mean, I would think she would have enough sense if she doesn't want to get pregnant again to get her tubes tied. But I really want people to stop acting like you have forgotten that women can get pregnant when they have a period. It doesn't matter if you're 50. If you bleed, you can still get pregnant. And that's just the reality. Okay? I mean, do you really think that a woman who's 50 is still not going to have SMEX, especially with her own husband? Like, are you serious? And what if these things weren't available? If doctors were not able to do vasectomies and getting your tubes tied, a lot of you would be having babies until your body no longer could at older age. That is the reality. That's the reality. I showed that video of women from back in the olden times. Well, I wouldn't say too olden times, but back in the day, let's just say that, who got pregnant repeatedly. And it's not because they wanted to, but because your husband is going to sleep with you. And in some cases, they will even grape you and you can end up pregnant. And if you don't have any resources or the things available like you see today, you would be having up to 12 kids, some of y'all. Okay? But you do have options in America to have your tubes tied and everything like that. So that's pretty much it. I feel like, yeah, there are women who are choosing to have children older. They did have a study again that a woman's eggs is not always causing problems. Your eggs are still good. It can be the man's sperm that actually causes issues with children, especially when he's much older. That's not always the case, but the studies they did prove that. Okay, she's a fertile woman. She got pregnant. She's still having sex with a man, and She chose not to have her tubes tied, and this is what happened. So I think this is a lesson that, yes, ladies, you can still get pregnant even in your 50s, okay? And people acting like she's not going to have sex with her own man, you're not even being realistic, okay? So I want to know, what would you all do if you were in this position? If you are not even 50, but you don't want to have children, but you do like and want to have smecks, what are you going to do? Because it's always a over 50% chance you can end up pregnant with an unwanted child and everything. This is reality, and men having smecks with women. Okay? So, what do you all think? Let me know. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell and click all notifications. And I will talk to you all later. Bye, everyone.